Hi everyone, my name is Samantha. I am here to teach you two different ways that I use segmenting and blending in my response to intervention classroom. I have a tier 2 intervention that is working on segmenting and blending sounds together to form words and to read words automatically. So the first one that I do, the segmenting and blending activity, it's pretty simple. So I have this list of words, and what I do is I keep the words, I do not show the words to the students, and I give them each word. So I'll say the word cat, and then I'll model for them. I'll put out my arm like this, and I'll model for them how to segment the word based on going down my arm. So I'll say cat, k, a, t, cat, and I'll blend the sounds together. I do this for each of the words, so the next word would be big, so I'll go b, I, g, big. And what we do is we do each word together. Normally, when I first started this, I would do it and then they would repeat after me, but now that they have gotten a good hand on the situation since we do it every day, I'll just have them do it with me now. So I give them the word and then we segment the word on our arms together and blend the sounds together. We do this every day. And then we move on to the next activity, which is segmenting and blending using a Elkonin box. So the Elkonin box looks similar to this. This is pretty much similar to what I use on my smartboard. So I have something that looks like this on my smartboard, and then the kids will get their own word list now. So then I'll pass out the word list to them, and then I will pass out a paper Elkonin box and then 3 chips. And what we do is for each word, we look at the word and then we say it. We say cat. And then what we do is we slide our chips up. So in this case, I would slide my chips up and I would say k, a, t. And then I would slide my finger across the board saying cat. Okay? And it's typically a lot easier to do it on a smartboard because you can use your fingers to move the chips, and it looks pretty similar to what my students are doing on the carpet. And what we do is we typically do each word, so I'll give them the word, and then we move our chips together. We'll say cat, k, a, t, and then slide the sounds together to form the word cat. And we do that for each individual word. Finally, when we're done all of our words, I will read each word as a whole word read. So I'll say the word cat, they point to that word on their sheet, and they say it back to me, cat. Then we go to the next word, big. They point to that word on the sheet. Sorry, it's having trouble there. They point to the word on the sheet, and I say big, and they repeat after me, big. I say cob. They say cob. So it's practicing reading the words fluently now that we segmented and blended each word. Finally, the next step would be I challenge them by reading. I'm going to put this to the side. I challenge them by trying to read each line. So I will go, all right, repeat after me. Cat, big, cob, top, bad. And then they have to repeat after me saying all those words. Cat, big, cob, top, bad. And we do that each line going down. So it's a little bit more for them to remember, and it helps me see if they're actually retaining what they did when they were segmenting and blending. And finally, I challenge individual students that want to volunteer to try to read all of the words as whole words read. I don't make them do this, it's not mandatory, but I do have a lot of volunteers that usually feel confident enough now that we've done it a couple times together for them to do it by themselves. So they'll read through the whole word list. This is just, like I said, a really quick activity that I do for segmenting and blending, and it works very well in building the students' confidence in sounding out words, blending sounds together to make words, and eventually reading whole words read. Thank you for watching.